Spin Master serves up a sweet ride. Here's your look at the Batman the Cape Crusader Batmobile 2-in-1 vehicle. Take your Batman missions to the next level with the 2-in-1 Batmobile and Batboat. When there's trouble in Gotham City Harbor, launch the Batboat. Simply lift the Batmobile's hatch and pull the Batboat to deploy. It's compatible with all the Batman 4-inch action figures. Load the Cape Crusader inside behind the wheel of the sleek transforming vehicle and speed right into action. Before we check out Batman's sweet wheels, the first thing we're going to do is figure out how long the Batmobile is. I'd also like to send out a thank you to the folks over at Spin Master who made this review possible. If you are in the market of picking up the Batmobile for yourself, the stores that are currently available, like places like Walmart and Targets, I think are available to open right now for customers. You should be able to find it places like that, or you could check out various online sites as well. Needless to say, though, the Batmobile from bumper to bumper, or tire to tire, is lengthwise 11, almost 11 and a half, 11.4 inches in length. And that in centimeters is 29.1, a little over 29 centimeters long. To put things in better perspective, here is a standard Batman figure also released by Spin Master. You can see how much bigger that Batmobile is to Batman. He's what? Batmobile's maybe about 6 Batmans long, if that's the calculation we want to certainly go with. It obviously will be housing the Cape Crusader inside, but just before we do that, I want to show you guys some close-up details of this pretty cool-looking Batmobile. Not something of which I usually expect to see with a Batmobile, where you have far-reached tires from the front and a more recessed or pushed further back bumper. It's really interesting that they decided to go this route when it came to designing their version of a Batmobile. One thing I really like is also this big giant crest on the front, of course simulating the bat head. It's all done here in a not quite silver color. It actually has a little bit of a brown tint to it. It's a really, again, neat looking Batmobile. It's very light though. It's not too heavy at all. It's all hollow plastic with big giant tires on the front, smaller on the front than the larger ones on the back, but they roll quite freely, and like I said, rolling the Batmobile is no issues whatsoever. Up at the top we have an exposed engine, it seems, with some additional silver done to those arid panels. I like that this part here is over top of that silver, so you get that sense of depth going for it. Looks like we've got some exhaust areas on the sides of the Batmobile. Just a really neat, detailed looking vehicle when it's all said and done. Something that you may not have actually caught wind of is there's these little turrets, gun turrets on the inside of the Batmobile. So this Batman's Batmobile means business. The side has some nice detailing done to it. Primarily the majority of the vehicle is all this sort of grayish plastic. Yes, you do get a little bit of the silver accents on the front and the sides, and you get some silver done on the back, but the primary color for all of this is like this bluish gray. It works quite well for this particular Batmobile. Small touches also I like too is that they've actually incorporated little bat logos. Something similar to maybe things that you would expect to see from the original Adam West. And even right down to the smallest of details, while it's not completely a bat, completely, full-size bat, you at least get the markings of the bat, the wings at least, all make up the treads of the tires that spin along the surface of Gotham City. Nice big engine turbine on the back there, projecting, of course, fire exhaust as it propels this vehicle down the streets. Again, a really neat looking vehicle. It's light though. It's very, very hollow feeling. It does open up. We can go ahead and open that up right now. This front latch opens. I find it does catch sometimes. Actually, a lot of times it catches when I'm trying to open it up. It seems like it's just got enough clearance to navigate and open that up completely, but it does seem to kind of, it bumps up against the sides, the inside areas there. And then inside, you've got yourself the cockpit that, of course, will house the Cape Crusader. It doesn't have to necessarily be him. It could be Nightwing. It could be Robin. Oh, wait, on second thought, he doesn't let Robin ride this sweet vehicle. So we'll just put Batman in for the time being. While you're doing that, you want to make sure that you flatten out the cape so you don't accidentally crimp that. And that's what Batman looks inside the Batmobile. He sort of seems like he gets lost because so much of the Batmobile is ahead of him with a smaller area located on the back. It kind of reminds me also of like the Batman and Robin Batmobile. Not quite, that was a terrible movie, but more the idea that you have longer Batmobile in the front and shorter amount of it at the back, kind of like a hot rod. The inside there's enough room to spare without closing the hatch, of course, for Batman to sit inside. And you can fit that just over top of Batman. But just again, when you see it, when you're putting this latch down, you can see on either side it doesn't fit it completely. You sort of have to kind of push it down past those points. I feel like if you kind of tilt it this way and then this way here, you finally can fit it down and snap over and close up the actual canopy section. I guess they do that so that the cockpit, this canopy, won't accidentally lift in the process. I mean, on the side, if you see it, there's these open slots on both sides, one on this side and one on this side. So clearly those latches are in place, these little tabs, to prevent the cockpit, the canopy, like I said, from opening up. The neat also aspect of this is that it's actually a two vehicle in one. It's two vehicles in the sense that the back part here, this pulls completely out. And it doesn't pull completely out until this gets opened up again. So you're just going to lift that up like so. And then you're just going to grab the back section, this whole back area of the Batmobile, and you're just going to pull it out. And when you pull it out, it folds the wings out, and you've got yourself a Batboat. Now, this could be a Batboat. I mean, certainly the front of it looks like a boat. But the wings on the back and certainly the engine on the back makes me also think it could be like a flying vehicle as well. I guess if you get enough propulsion going behind you, this thing could easily lift off. Nice thing that they did do, though, is that Spin Master added tire wheels on the underside, so it does spin. You're not going to be scraping the table, upsetting your mom when you're pulling this out, to have it flying on its own and, well, not flying on its own, swimming certainly, floating on its own. It does have the same carryover of the crest featured on the front, still done in that kind of off silver color. And really nice details done just overall to the vehicle itself, with a few little identifying markers on the side telling you that, in fact, it is Batman's Batboat. I don't know if you would still add Bat boats. Would you add still bat to the front of boat? I guess you do that with all of Batman vehicles. But these just fold back in, and if you want to put it back in the Batmobile, just repeat the steps of pushing this back in and just locking it in place. And then from there you can close the canopy once again. Again, it's just a bit of a pain that you have to kind of push and navigate that on either side to get that latched in place. But overall, again, a neat looking Batmobile. This would be certainly something I would love to actually go in there and just with a little paintbrush, dry brush some of those details to bring them out. I mean, they got some nice sculpting overall on the Batmobile, and because it's only really using that one color of plastic, sure, the details are there, but again, I would love to just kind of take a dry brush in there and just enhance some of those aspects that they put into the vehicle. It's got some interesting design elements to it, something, again, you don't normally see when it comes to a Batmobile. So much so where the tires are so far forward and the rest of the Batmobile is so pushed back. The added bonus is, again, the fact that it does have that removable compartment where you've got a Batboat. I don't know why I needed to use bunny ears, but you've got a Batboat located on the inside that either Batman could leave the Batmobile to go on a mission, or I guess if it comes to an emergency and the Batmobile has been submerged in water, the Batman could free himself, escape from the Batmobile, falling down into the murky depths of Gotham's harbor, and he could escape and sort of sail away on his Batboat, located inside the Batmobile. To their credit, Spin Master came up with a pretty clever design of Batman's newest set of wheels, utilizing elements what seems part hot rod mixed with futuristic mobile tank. It has things to it that I've never seen on another Batmobile, like, for example, the color scheme. Normally, gray isn't so much the color you choose for a Batmobile unless you're Ben Affleck. Normally, black would be the safe go-to. I'm kind of happy to see that Spin Master decided the route of going dark gray. The dark gray also helps to bring out some of the details done in that metallic silver, and I also like the farther reached front set of tires with the majority of the body of the Batmobile further back. It also means that when the Batmobile is coming straight at you, you can see those gun turrets located on the inside along with a big giant bat crest, telling you exactly whose vehicle this belongs to. The vehicle is slightly on the lighter side, very hollow to pick up and feel, but it also does have a contained surprise. Of course, pulling out the back of the cockpit reveals a Batboat with fold-out wings, and that's a nice touch as well. It's concealed in place so that at least when you do decide to have it back in the Batmobile, it still looks like a finished vehicle. It doesn't look like there's another vehicle located inside, and I like that. The canopy is a little harder at times to open and close, primarily because you do have to tab it on the inside of those little slots. Other than that, it's a neat looking Batmobile, and a perfect new addition to the new Spin Master DC Heroes line. If you manage to pick up this vehicle for yourself, the newest Batmobile, let me know down below in the comments section what you guys think of it, or based on this review, and this review alone. I'd also like to send out a thank you to the folks over at Spin Master who made this review possible. If you are in the market of picking up the newest Batmobile, along with the hot, cool new Spin Master DC figures, you should be able to find them now in retail stores and online stores as well. Today we were having a look at the new Spin Master Batmobile 2-in-1 vehicle. 2 vehicles for the price of 1, and a pretty cool looking Batmobile design as well. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Turn the bell notification on if you be so kind. And stay tuned, because there's going to be a lot of videos coming your way. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.